Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to another day of Minecraft. Now, in the last episode, we've been doing a massive caving expedition underneath the castle build, and found some tons of iron, tons of coal. I'm actually have stopped farming both because I am full up on both of those precious metals. And now we are here at that chasm. Now, I think this may be the same one that I initially saw. Looks to be pretty expansive, but as you can see, there's the outside, so it's not that deep. But let's go ahead and go exploring anyway. I'm going to take this water vader down here to the bottom, make sure we get everything lit up. And hopefully we'll find another cave entrance or some... Ooh, there's some gold. That's something. Pick is still doing good. There is some emerald. It's paying at least some dividends already. So that's good. We'll just keep exploring. We have to work our way back up, and that looks like a cave entrance. We may go that way instead of pillaring. And you guys missed it off camera. I actually almost died. Ran into a witch who was not too happy with my my presence in the area. We had a bit of a disagreement, but after some creative negotiations with this sword here, we were able to come to terms. And I don't think we're going to get into a similar situation that we did before with getting stuck within a water flow, so we're going to try and get rid of as much of this as possible. Also check the floor to make sure that there is no ore right underneath the water flow. And it looks like I have, yep, there's a bridge. I have definitely been here before. So the chasm was not what we were hoping it was going to be. It's okay. No worries. Just means we keep on going down. Trying to find a good lava flow. That's a new, speaking of which, literally and figuratively. Where'd you go? Oh, I see her. She is on the other side of that, I think. Let's get rid of that water flow. There you are. Hello, ma'am. Let's introduce ourselves. Oh. Get out of the way. You keep that potion to yourself. We do not want any today. We're not buying any of that voodoo that you do so well. Well, one thing's for sure. If I need iron, I don't need to look any further than right below my own home. Let's get some coal here. Max out our torches again. There we go. And creeper. Hi there, sir. How you doing today? On to... Yep. You delayed on your explosion. And keeps on going down. I like it. Has potential. That's a lava flow. Is it just... Oh, it's just the one, though. Dang it. Well, let's dispose of you. And it looks like there's nothing more than just a few blocks of water down there at the bottom. So probably no diamonds or anything. Oh, is there more than one flow? Let's... Oh, this was actually pretty significant. Come on, andale. Need to see where all the flow points are. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just that right there. Huh. Well, maybe there's a path this way. We probably should keep lighting this up. I keep on forgetting that the light is actually coming from the lava. And, ooh, hello there, diamonds. I am glad I did not abandon you. And there's another path this way. There's a lava flow. That's what we're needing. Now we are cooking with gas, guys. 4 diamonds. 5 diamonds. It's a good little vein there. It's only our second time getting diamonds from a vein, I believe. Get the redstone because, why not? And that's... Gotta remember that this is where we came from, so I'm going to put 2 torches right here. And there's our little stairway. Now, let's get some obsidian. I need this for a portal and for an enchanting table. So let's see if there's any lava directly underneath. Let's see here. Come on, be slow. Awesome. The slow process. Now I have two obsidian in the chest at camp. So I need 4. I've got the 2 right now, so I have enough for an enchanting table. Now I just need it for the portal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need at least 10. Let's get 14 just to be safe. And since this is going to take a bit, I will see you guys here in 1 minute. Okay, got our 16 obsidian. Ran into some lava flows. We're able to plug those up before they killed me. And I keep on remembering how horrible this game would be if lava flows ran as fast as the water. Oh, there was gold around the corner. Yeah, ooh, this is a big vein too. Still don't really have a use for gold, but... Or a use for that much gold. But these lava flow areas are always interesting in what you can find if you are just persistent enough. Well, we'll go ahead and farm the redstone. We got 42 levels here. That's actually one of the reasons I need to get the enchanting table done up and good so we can start using these levels, so when I do eventually die, I'm not going to be a blubbering fool. And lapis. Oh, no, no, no! Oh. All the lapis. Curses. Let's be right here. Oh, this is a big lapis vein as well. There we go. Well, nothing... I think everything's good on this side. And there's the way out. There's the flow. And did we... Yep. Alrighty. Well, that's good. Don't have to come back this direction again, I don't think. There's definitely more paths that we could take. I am waiting for the doorbell. And normally, while I'm recording, I cannot stand that because that means my dogs go absolutely bonkers, and you know, it can put a kibosh on a recording session. Wow, that is deep. But I'm looking forward to it today because it is, I believe, it is Loot Crate Day. I do believe that the Loot Crate is coming in, and I am very much looking forward to it. I keep on forgetting that FedEx and all those places do not deliver on Sundays. So for the first few hours of the day, I was sitting there waiting and checking the tracking number like a moron before I realized that FedEx works the same way that the United States Postal Service used to work. Now, I had some people ask why I liked loot crates so much. Not a criticism, mind you. Just I was like, why do you, they didn't think that I'd be kind of a loot crate guy because I'm very finicky with the stuff that I have. And basically, I don't hoard stuff. I collect things, but stuff that I don't use, I normally don't keep. And that was what kind of tickled some of my friends about me doing loot crate, because there's a lot of stuff that in a loot crate that I'm not particularly interested in. That's cool stuff. I'm not going to be like some folks and be like, oh, this stuff sucks, because it definitely doesn't. It's all really good quality. Just some of the genres and franchises, not a big fan of. And the primary reason I do loot crate is, just to go ahead and answer this, is when I was a kid, I wanted to do something. I lived out in the country, so I didn't have a whole lot of friends to hang out with in New Mexico. So, in addition to being incredibly socially awkward, that probably did not help matters much. But thought I was about to fall into the lava there. I really loved professional wrestling, still do, and I used to get these pro wrestling magazines called Pro Wrestling Illustrated and The Wrestler. And there was a advertisement for this play-by-mail wrestling federation called the IWA, the Imaginary Wrestling Association. And basically how it was a game that you played. And how the game worked was you would... Okay, let's try and get this gold. How the game worked was very simple. You had a list of wrestling moves that they would give you, and it was the same list every month, alright? And what you would do is you would have your character, basically your pro wrestler that you created from scratch, and you would choose what moves they did in a match. I think there were 10 setup moves and 5 like end match moves, kind of, before you hit your finishing move, and you got to choose what your finishing move and everything was. Lots of creativity. And each month, or each move had a number value, basically how much damage it did. Now the interesting thing is that every month that list, the numbers, would randomize, meaning that the moves would be different every time. So there was a lot of random, oh, did the moveset I put in this month, was it a good one? No idea. And then you would pay for your matches, how many matches you wanted to have. And then what they would do is they would just put that against the calculator and how much each, how many basically winning combos you had against your opponent. Who had the highest rated move at that particular time. And whoever won. And they had like championship belts and whatnot that you could get, or trophies. And they had leagues. And I was just a really big fan of it. Not only did you do the wrestling part of it, you could send in drawings of your wrestlers and doing drawings of your wrestlers and write promos that they would publish in this newsletter for your league. Each league got its own newsletter. So you would do, ooh, hello. No, I don't want any. No peekaboo. No. You don't see me. One more hit. Come here. Come here. Bring it. I ain't scared. There we go. So you would write your promos and basically say, hey, I want to fight this guy because of whatever reason. And you could be a bad guy or a good guy or whatever. It was really, really fun. And I think I found another chasm here. Let's get this rattler out of the way. Yeah, it's kind of a chasm. But the characters, I did that all the time. Ah! And I played it for... I would come back, depending on money, because it was about $10 a month to play, to get a good amount of matches. And I'm being shot at from above? Nope. So I would do that every month, and this big envelope would get sent to you in the mail, and it was the newsletter and the match results and the promos, and and what was going on in the entire game itself, because there was game champions as well as league champions. And it was just something that I looked forward to when I was a kid, and I didn't have much. I was looking for something new. It's not that I didn't have much to do. I did. But I'd always look forward to when the mailman came. Because every month, just around that certain time. And I kind of wanted to rediscover that. Like, looking forward to getting something in the mail that you really have no idea what's in the box. A la Brad Pitt in Seven. Hopefully not Gwyneth Paltrow's head, because I really wouldn't know what to do with it, other than probably feed it to my dogs. But, and call the police. Yeah. But whenever I find that Loot Crate box, I kind of remember what it feels like when I used to do that Play-by-Mail Wrestling Federation. So, there you go. My characters in that Fed were actually... I kind of just roll my eyes now at it. But the characters I had originally... Ooh, this is a big chasm. We have definitely hit the mother lode in terms of exploration today, guys. Big lava flows, and... already got our obsidian. Let's go ahead and block all this up. Get these flows removed. The first time I played... I really had no idea in terms of what kind of wrestler I wanted to be. So I created I used to love reading history books. I still do, but I was a really big history buff back then. I think I was in like 7th grade, and I had a stable, which is a group of wrestlers who fight for a common cause. I had a group, and my group was called the Invincible Armada. I don't know why. That just seemed like a cool name at the time. And the group consisted of... And this is the thing, it didn't have any kind of theme. It wasn't like the Four Horsemen for those wrestling fans. Ooh, hi. Who know that those were like a group of businessmen who united together. Or any businessmen type professional wrestlers. I just kind of threw in random gimmicks to see what would stick. And first one was my main character. That was basically me. His name was Viper Kid. He was a kind of a luchador, long-haired superhero kind of character. And the other character... Oh, I'm trying to remember who they were or what their names were. I couldn't figure out a name, so I came up with... I just wanted to have a character who was really tall, because Viper Kid wasn't. And his name was... what was it? Towering Timmy Torson, I think his name was. Don't ask me where I got these names from. I have no idea. Maybe it's that New Mexico water. But he was like 7 feet tall, and I didn't really have a gimmick for him whatsoever. He was just a really tall guy. And then there was... Ooh, that is a lot of rattlers. And then I had Thunder Tor, who was basically a wrestling Native American. So not a whole lot of sense there. But I did the IWA for a while, and then I don't remember if it was a money thing or I just kind of lost interest. But then I got back into it, and then I wanted to... kind of be the bad guy, or be the rebel. Not necessarily the bad guy, but be that kind of anti-hero. And when I was a kid, I remember hearing stories about the Fabulous Freebirds. Now, the Fabulous Freebirds were this group of wrestlers from Atlanta, Georgia, and they were kind of like rock stars, but they rocked out rebel flag imagery and stuff like that, and it was... They could be either heel, or they could be either bad guy or good guy. It just really depended on who they were wrestling, and that really appealed to me. So I had a group that was specifically a bad guy group called an anti-hero group. And they were like the Freebirds. They rocked that rebel flag imagery and everything. And it was... I knew a lot about that from the Civil War. All the stuff I read about that kind of culture, and it was kind of cool. I did that for a little bit, but you eventually kind of grow out of those things, especially with the internet showing up and people being able to do like forums and basically do the exact same thing that the IWA did. Only, oh, it was a creeper convention, only for free. So that was pretty much the end of that, but I always look back on it fondly. And now I get to rediscover that feeling again, doing the loot crate. This month's theme is cyber, which I'm looking forward to, and not in a way, just because where did the sticks go? Did I throw the sticks away? Or maybe I used them all. Probably used them all. Let's create some more. I'm really glad I went and chopped down some trees before I started recording. And the next... Oh, there's a coal vein right here. Manna from heaven. I was hoping it was going to be like cyberpunk, but no, it's just cyber. It's robots and such. Which is good. They said there was going to be some stuff from Borderlands. I've never played any of the Borderlands games, but I'm familiar with everything because I've watched Let's Plays of it. And Battlestar Galactica, which I will probably go on a little bit of a rant about Battlestar Galactica, depending on what we get in the box. So, good times. And I know this all flies into Terminator Genisys, which I'm actually looking forward to watching. Especially, and I don't know if I've said this in a previous video before, so please forgive me if I have, but they had James Cameron watch it. Now, James Cameron, for those of you who aren't familiar with like Terminator or that kind of filmmaking, James Cameron is the filmmaker. He did Avatar. That's what probably a lot of people know him for at the moment. But he also did Aliens, which I absolutely adored, and Terminator 1, Terminator 2, some of the best action movies of all time, in all honesty. And they sat him down to watch Terminator Genisys. Now, I have seen Terminator 3, and I see what they were going for. To tell you the truth, I liked the little trick ending, and I won't say anything because of spoilers. But other than that, I did not like the movie at all. And I didn't even go see Terminator Salvation. I've heard good things about it, but I know some people just like, yeah, this is a great movie. It's not a Terminator movie, but it is a movie. So I haven't gone and seen that, but for these guys who did this one, sat James Cameron down and showed him Genisys, and James Cameron said in an interview that he considers Genisys to be the third movie in the franchise. And that's some pretty high praise considering how well accepted and loved Terminator 1 and 2 are. So that got me all kinds of excited. I'm still going to be, cautious, as one does during this. And I love Star Wars. I'm still going to be cautious about Episode 7. But very hopeful. But yeah, the fact that they got basically the blessing from the man upstairs, I guess, in terms of Terminator lore, is very, very promising. Ooh. Well, I don't... the chasm ends over here. I don't know if we were at the... I kind of was not even paying attention which direction I was going. Okay, there's more stuff over here. Excellent. I am waiting for like a cyberpunk loot crate or a pirate loot crate. Have they done a pirate loot crate? I haven't paid attention to see. I don't know what all the other loot crate themes have been since I started, or before I started. So I think pirate would probably be a really cool one, because you could do pirates from all different types of genres. You could do steampunk pirate, and sky pirate, pirates of dark water, all that kind of stuff. Nope, full circle. Alright guys, well, we've got the obsidian, we've got 9 diamonds, a ton of lapis, some redstone. I think this has been a pretty good expedition. I think I'm going to work my way back up, and in the next episode we will get back to working on our castle. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you'd like to, go ahead and click like down below, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. and we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.